Are you leveling up with the Jeffrey? 'Cause the Jeffrey is leveling up with you.
Tyrian Towers, a game developed by Icon 64, released by Psytronic. Jeffrey has the cartridge in box. And today on display we're going to see if it works on the Commodore 65 using the Mega 65. If it fails on the Commodore 65 mode on the Mega 65, well, you put it up in the C64 core instead. Yes? But first we're going to dive into the box, of course. Jeffrey already did an unboxing video before on this because I had like a big box full of Psytronic games that I did an unboxing video on. But that one, I didn't feel proud of posting that one. So let's do it the traditional Jeffrey style. Open a game, see what is inside and then play. So Psytronic games tend to come with these flyers. It's thick paper. Usually it's always like opening up, and the first thing you see is like this black flyer normally with only Psytronic software. That's what Jeffrey always had. I kind of like that. The addition now of all their avatars, I think this is also on their side, this image. It's a bit chaotic. I like the old style better, but maybe some people like this. I mean, it's a personal opinion, of course. So I can understand why they did this. This is also part of their branding, anyhow. So going inside the box we have the cartridge waiting for us. Yes, we'll insert that soon in the Mega 65. First take a look at the booklet. The Tyrian Towers manual. I'm happy we don't use green screen anymore, and almost the box with the card fell off my Mega 65 because Jeffrey's being stupid. Next page. I can read with you guys looking at my preview in OBS. Well, it's really hard for me to read. There are some credits there. Shall we go over them? Stuart and Trevor and Saul. The trio that doing the Icon 64 games lately. So nothing changed there. But there's also Tape Master done by Richard Bayliss. Hey! Oh, we had some talkies on the channel, on the Discord. Yeah, Jeffrey's always covering Saul Cross music, right? It's always Saul Cross. And then there's like a big library of Richard Bayliss modern shit out there. And it's like, why is Jeffrey never covering Richard Bayliss? Well, he's here, doing the Tape Master. And there's a tape turbo source by Martin Piper, who also has commented on the channel. Well, we also had a comment from Trevor back a while. The cartridge support is Mike Robertson. So we can get support, actually. And Jason Kenneth McKenzie is named. He operates the site, I think. Story. Not going to read it. This is not very very interesting. Okay, some loading instructions, and then we go over the inhabitants. There's Tyrian, I assume that is you, with the wham hammer. And there's some power-ups. Portable shield generator is probably the flashy thing, or probably the head in Bentley Bear's Crystal Castles. Because this is a love letter to the Crystal Castles, guys. Did I say that at the start of the video? Probably not. Tentacled Terror is coming up next. And then Inhabitants, Blue Benny, Bladed Spinner, Purple Ad, Spook. Spook is cool. I like the name Spook. It's just a ghost, Jeffrey. Baller and Devil. Yeah. I like some of the art, yeah. And then it goes into the levels with different kinds of levels. They all have a name. I don't know if these are the first few levels or these are all the levels. There are a couple of pages based doing the levels with names. And then there is a nice picture featuring some of the inhabitants that we just saw. Back of the booklet. Psytronic software, let's hold it like that. And Icon 64 logo there. Nice, Jeffrey. Thank you for this unboxing. You're welcome, guys. Now let's take out the card. I'm always breaking, well, not breaking, but I'm always pushing it under the black thingy. Let's take out the black thingy completely and not mess it up. It has these just folded carton, do you say it like that? Really thick paper, yes. But these flaps don't hold the cartridge that well. Usually when I get these things from shipping, the cartridge is usually somewhere there in the box or there in the box. And these things are easy to bend, but then they fall back into place. And if I put the cartridge in now, it's all good. Yeah. Oh, fuck, I need to get it out. Yeah, this is what happens if Jeffrey does it incorrectly. It's not the nicest system to get your card out. It does hold the card nice in place. Normally. Not during shipping. Okay. Putting this all back. This will go on the display shelf over there. Maybe at some point Jeffrey can do a tour of the room when all that crap is ready, I'm going to say. If you like that, maybe subscribe to the channel, keep a watch for shorts. I'd like to do those in shorts maybe. We'll see. Enough blabbing. Time to put this thing into the machine. Now, I will boot up the machine holding the no-scroll key. Let's boot up the machine. Dum, 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 dum. I need to pull in my HDMI throughput to my monitor. Yes, I can see something. Because the OBS preview is always a bit delayed. So I have my C64 tech sitting on the side of the Mega 65 bar here. The Mega 65's default core is the Commodore 65 mode, so to say. It has two tags there, C64 and M65. It's basically telling the machine, like, if you have a cartridge inside, that is for the C64 or the Mega 65, you have to boot up this core. Many people have it configured that the C64, so the tag will then move to this row, will boot up the C64 for Mega 65 core, because it's technically superior, of course, or more compatible, I should say. Not superior, no. So then all your cards will start working, and on the Mega 65 mode, on the C65 mode, there's a tendency of things breaking and stuff. But I find it just nice. I like this device, operating it as a Commodore 65. That's the whole idea of this machine, right? And I do like the ability to swap between other FPGA modes, because it's an FPGA based machine. We can make it even a bomb jack arcade machine if you want to. Get that out of the way. I'm just booting up manually into this core so we can see release 0.97. Maybe in the future the Mega 65 starts supporting this card. Who knows if it is breaking. I don't know. This is the first time for Jeffrey going in. This is the first look. I hear it. This reminds me of Martin Galway's song. No, now it comes up different. Oh! It's not special or something. It reminds me of Martin Galway, which is a good thing. I like Martin Galway music. I did Parallax back in the day. Like I reworked it on my Nordlead 2X. Martin Galway heard that tune as well. He liked it. That was fun. Had a small conversation with him. And I geeked out a little bit, and then the conversation was done. Like, oh, so awesome talking to you, man. I don't even know where that was. SoundCloud maybe, or on Facebook. I'm no longer really active on Facebook, so don't look me up on Facebook. That profile is inactive. I like this tune. Normally these intro tunes by I go to say Mr. Stewart Collier. No, there's the code. Ah man, Saul Cross. Don't have to look it up. No. Usually the loading tunes, I was always saying, like, were a bit underwhelming. So quite fun that Richard Bellis now did Tape Master. Oh, it's not the music maybe. Whatever. I felt as the loading tunes were usually a bit underwhelming, but this one is fun. I like this one. I press peace. Now the game is presumably swapping things in memory, and now it came up. Yeah, Saw Cross. Audio. Yes. Happy tune. Well, let's play some Crystal Castles on the Mega 65. It's Commodore 65 mode. Maybe in the future this becomes a Commodore 65, maybe not, who knows. Then we can buy this as a Commodore 65. I'm generally looking forward to the opportunity to buy this as a Commodore 65 again. Then at least I get an updated machine. Because there was talk. It is a bit finicky. Ooh. He moves fast. And there was talk about the R3 batch that I have. It's not an R6 machine. R6 is the latest one. If you buy one now, you get an R6. There was talk that the R3 machine might perhaps not be able to run Amiga core if they get it to that place where we can run Amiga on the machine. If Jeffrey gets his hand on an Amiga core and it doesn't work on the R3, then Jeffrey wants to have an R6. Now there are different ways to go about it. I think you can also update the internals of the R3 machine to resemble the R6 a bit better. It's probably one way to go about it. We're doing a piss poor job at playing this game, by the way. It's funny that we have a hammer. That's not something you have in the Bentley Bears Crystal Castles. Oof. But managed to do this. Now I'm off with my story. Where were we? Fuck. I was blabbing about something. I've completely forgot about what. Maybe we should focus on the game instead. We're playing a game, for God's sake. Was talking about Crystal Castles? As well, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. This happens more often with Jeffrey, right? Maybe it's because I'm sleep deprived. Excuses, Jeffrey. Yes. Up. We have a hammer counter, I notice now. Hammers are 26 in the bottom left. Okay, that was an easier stage. We get an egg bonus. I don't see where the bonus is being rewarded. Is it already added to the score? I would assume so. You clear the screen by eating eggs. Then. And these green fuckers are also eating eggs. Okay. So you get less bonus if you collect less eggs, but the eggs in itself are already worth points. So the bonus is perhaps a bit of a, I don't know, worthless thing. 474. I get 100. No, less than 100 extra bonus for completing the level. Is it like the amount of eggs you've eaten, you get it again on top of your score as a reward for completing the level? Okay. Oh, good. And I'll go to blab again about the how that is not important, because there is a difference between eating the eggs and not completing the level and completing the level. Fuck! Can I hammer these guys? It crashes on the Mega 65. Hey, I don't think that happens a lot with Icon 64 games. Crashing on this Commodore 65 mode. Oh, all the more reason to boot it up again. Holding the no scroll key. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, normally people will set up the Commodore 64 tag here so it automatically goes in there. Then you don't have to do the hold and no scroll key. It just automatically goes to the C64 core and you can play it like this. Comes up a tiny bit different color wise. There's raster lines here. Can we disable that? Yeah, let's do that. Sometimes with the scaling on my OBS I like this better. And it's a bit of a cartoony vibe to this game. So, okay, will it play on Mega 65? No, well, it will not play in the Commodore 65 or Mega 65 mode, yes? Now we have double audio. Fixed it. I've gone over that process already a couple of times. Why I have double audio in the Commodore 64 core. Which is not the core's fault, the C64 core's fault, no. There's a difference between how the C64 core handles audio over HDMI and Mega 65 HDMI, and then there's a frame grabber situation where the frame grabber says, yes, there's audio, or no, there's audio. There's no audio. No, there is no audio. Fuck. Game! Can we restore? Can we go to the title some way? I lost a life so quickly. Jesus. Don't like it. I want to show you guys that I can play Crystal Castles, for God's sake. I read some comments. Maybe on itch.io or somewhere, that people are complaining about how this plays. Now, Crystal Castles is of course always a bit of a bitch to play. I mean, anything that resembles it is going to be a bitch to play. I think I've controlled worse than this, to be honest. I can be blabbing out of my ass now, but that's how I feel about it. Yes, it is a bit fiddly, but that's because he's fast. And maybe the hammer thing is not great, but hey, Bentley Bear didn't have a hammer. Bam! Jeffrey can play games. There's an Icon 64 logo on the wall there. Nice. Can we hammer that for a secret maybe? If you can, cool. If you can't, would have been a nice idea. No. That didn't do shit, Jeffrey. Okay. These guys run if they run out of eggs to eat. And then they go to the next egg, I guess. Speeding up. Okay, I'm going also to assume if you clear the level of most of the eggs, they come after you. No, that's not true. They will probably always find a way to get to the next egg. That's how these guys operate. It's nice to know your enemies in advance so you can predict the AI. Or the CPU controlled characters, however you want to call it. Power up. Rope. Oh, it's fun. Hey, I got them stuck. They're chilling there. Game. It's happening. Okay. Visible wall. Now not. Okay. I do have a gripe with the game and the controls then. Strange. Fiddly. Yeah. But all in all, nice little package, guys. It's typical what I expect from the C64 guys, I'm going to say. It's always nice that they're remaking old games, doing something with it. And it's not a bad attempt at Crystal Castles, I have to say. Need faster ends, that's for sure. So anyone complaining, I feel you. About anyone complaining about these controls. Yeah, they didn't improve much over playing it over the Crystal Castles from 2600, I'm going to assume. That one might be a tad worse though. I think everyone's gripe is like, you expect a bit better from a 2025 game, I guess. But yeah, is it then still a love letter to Crystal Castles? Yeah, that's also a question then. Okay, Jeffrey's game over. Fun. I'm not excited. Happy that we have it though. And that I could cover it on this machine. Fun that it crashed. Always fun. That's why we do this Commodore 65 bit. I really like this being a Commodore 65. I keep saying that. It's just lovely. No, the cartridge stays out. I have a cartridge collection sitting somewhere so I can have easy access to the card. This one will go back on display over there in the closet. We'll do to the room at some point with Jeffrey, showing you whenever that is ready, the Nintendo Shrine. Well, the Amiga sitting there, you know that. And there are my games, you have seen it before probably. And the mess over there, I need to get rid of that too. Oh, that's so sad the green screen is gone. But hey, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Cheers.
Are you leveling up with the Jeffrey? 'Cause the Jeffrey's leveling up with you!